On our way to Wilkeson, Dave and I enjoyed a beautiful view of Mount Rainier. The gateway into Wilkeson was built in 1925 and features some sandstone, which is one of the things Wilkeson is known for, along with its coal mining history. Dave and I are in the little town of Wilkeson. Historically, it is a coal mining town. And we are here to see historic coke ovens. There should be about 30 of them here out of what was once formerly 160 coke ovens. As they mined for coal, they found that if they cooked the coal down, that it would produce a much hotter burning and more evenly burning coal, this coke coal, that could be used in industry. I learned that in the coking process, 70% of the original coal would be turned to coke. The other 30% would be burnt off into the air as smoke. This was done at a temperature of 1800 to 2000 degrees Fahrenheit. Here we go. So they primarily used coal for fuel prior to the 30s when other cheaper fuels were available. They were burning off the impurities to make the coke coal, and small coal cars would take this raw coal on a rail that was laid above the ovens, and they would cook it for 48 to 72 hours to smelt away the impurities. They'd move the whole lids carefully with grapplers, and the ovens would cool, and then afterwards rakers would come rake it out. And by the 20s, a machine replaced that job. So that's been the story all along. Wow. There's the hole at the top of this one. Really interesting. So the temperature is in the teens this week, with the highs today supposed to be in the low 20s, which is why we're doing a short historical walk for our explore instead of a longer hike, even though the skies are blue. There's a lot of blackberries growing in here. It'd be nice if they kind of cleaned it out. It's kind of interesting to see these. Hard to imagine 160 of these. Wow. There's another row of coke ovens on the back, which we're walking down now, but these are even more overgrown with these blackberries. These are like non-native Himalayan blackberries. These tree roots have lifted up right here from this mossy wall, and you can see they're hanging on to like big chunks of rock. Looks like a little piece of coal right there. There's a little trail going up the hill from the coke ovens, but you can see that row down there. That's the back side that was more overgrown. And we're not sure where it goes. We're just gonna go up a little ways. It's too cold for the dogs to be out for too long. I think this might be a little piece of coal. There's a lot of this black material laying around and it's really light, but it feels more like rock, not like charcoal from someone's picnic. The dogs are dragging me along. Hike to the top, which is super short, of this little hill right behind the coke ovens. And it's kind of just like this little knob. There's more trails. One went to the left, but we took a right up this hill, and it's really kind of an overlook of the town of Wilkeson down there. All right, walking up one side of the coke ovens and down the other, and then going up the hill on that little snowy trail to the little knoll that overlooked Wilkeson was a little under 3/4 of a mile with 135 feet of elevation gain. So not much of a hike, but definitely a fun walk and really interesting.
It's 29 degrees out. Brr.
Yeah, a little warmer than I thought actually, but it still felt really cold. So I can still see the coke ovens down the road, but instead of going toward Wilkeson, I turned and came to see where this road goes. And I can hear a river, and I honestly don't know what kind of property this is, but there was a little pull out, and the reason I pulled out here is because I could see some ruins. There was not a sign that said private property, so here I am, and we're gonna check it out. We'll see if I can figure out what they are, and if not, maybe somebody can tell me in the comments. Directly ahead of me is this chunk of concrete, and this could have been related to the coal mining operation. And here is the beautiful stream full of ice. Wow. Those icicles. So cool. The heat one's on the other side there too. I'm wondering if instead of going up on the little knoll that we went up on, there was a left and it would have come in this direction, so it would have brought us over to this ruin up here. The remains of something. Adorned colorfully with local graffiti. Oh, whoa, I see something else. I'll show you in a second. Cool. This is neater than I thought. Okay, so first we'll look at this. Wild. Looks almost like a support for a bridge or something. There's like a bay that comes through. Looks like something you'd go through. And then more on this side, another one with like this big kind of hopper shaped structure in the middle. Huh. Really interesting. And then as I was walking over here, I'm seeing all of these little black stones. I'm pretty sure all of this is coal. Beat it, toys. Yeti pooped here in 2022. It's kind of the wrong location for Yeti, but maybe misidentified Sasquatch, huh? Okay, now I'll show you what I saw as I was heading for this structure. Sorry, look at that squid. Okay, so coming back towards my car from that structure, I looked across the creek and saw something else. Wow. It's like the remains of the mines, all sealed off. And I don't know if there's a bridge to get over there, a trail or anything. Looks like more water over there as well. Yeah, I see ducks. And then there's like, I don't know if you can see it, there's like a cave-like mine shaft kind of deal right there. I should have brought my other camera with a zoom, but I didn't know I was going to see more things at a further distance. Lots of really interesting historical goodies out here, as well as beautiful natural ones. And this trail actually continues on. I wish I'd known there was more to this. I would have definitely allowed for more time in the day to check this area out. But I will be back to this location. There are 2 ghost towns in the area, so I will do a ghost town adventure down here at some point. So I think that this used to be a brothel and hotel of Wilkeson, and they've got some interesting decorations like creepy mannequins, and in the bottom window, doll heads. There's a sign, possibly built by the Northern Pacific Railroad as company lodging. The personal residence of Christine Teddy Williams. Huh, interesting. So they actually are in the process of restoring this, which is pretty cool. That is their town hall and the eagles. On a walking bridge over the river, this cute little town. It's really charming and really quiet. It looks like they're trying to restore a lot of things. It's super tiny, but it's just really neat. Really cool place to visit. I'm now by the town hall, and they have this historic information about Wilkeson. And the other thing besides the coal coke ovens here and the coal mining, they're known for their sandstone quarries. This is actually a coal miners memorial.
I don't know if that's a day, a month.
Wow. 1919 wages. Yeah, it would be nice if it said if it was per month or per week. Wow. Definitely not a job that I would want.